Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door, or Door Shut, coming back to you with episode 9 of Direwolf20's 1.18 mod pack. And today we're over at a village kind of close to the house here. I really need to start removing some of these deaths. I have been dying a lot from mobs and unintentional fall damage because of helicopters. Yeah, I kind of jumped out of a helicopter expecting me to go down. I mean, I went down. I just didn't go down in the way I was expecting. So, I'm over here at this village thinking about how I want to do a villager trading hall. I know I really said I wasn't going to mess with villagers, but the thing is, and this is the only reason I'm going to mess with them, is because we have the ability to switch. Right? This is going to make things so much quicker. So we're going to be doing this. We're going to be getting some netherite armor and all of that fancy jazz in this episode, but I'm going to keep working. I'm going to look at working on this. I think we're going to tear down some houses. We're going to kind of clear some land. We're not going to keep this close to the base just because I'm honestly not really one to deal with all the and over the entities all over the place. So we're going to take down this house. We're going to build up a nice area for the villagers. We're going to get some librarians, of course, and we're going to go from there. So I will see you guys in a minute whenever I have a nice area cleared out, and we'll set up some villager breeding and all of that stuff quite quickly here. Alrighty, so I'm back. I actually just discovered a bug. So I figured out how to void stuff, and I'm not sure if there's a way to get the items back or what's happening. But what you can do is if you press shift and then middle click, it'll expand all of the items in your backpack or chest the exact same way. Um, but what this does is it means if you have a full backpack, it will void items. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's voiding the items because I had a lot of stuff in here just to test, and it got rid of quite a lot of it. And we could, of course, test this a little bit more here so I can kind of show you what I mean. Let's take out some of the more important bits and pieces here, and we'll just throw them in this barrel real quick here. We're just going to grab cobbled deep slate. Sound good? What is this one? Deep slate brick. We're building with that, I think. Let's grab some black stone, some basalt. Let's just take all of this. We'll throw it in the backpack. Okay. So let's see. If I sort this, this is how it's going to be. So I should lose some tough, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 12, 13 stacks. Did I do this? You've got all 13 stacks, but all that stuff that was up top, gone. Absolutely just gone. So I'm not even kidding. Like, this is voiding stuff. Like, that's probably not for the best. I don't really know if that's the fault of inventory tweaker or if that's like a default mechanic, or I'm not 100% sure, right? Because it's a mod pack. It's got a lot of mods. So be careful when you shift click or shift middle mouse click in your backpack. I've probably lost quite a bit of resources doing that. So definitely be careful. Because I thought I was, doing okay doing that, and it turns out it's just voiding stuff. So I also just lost a lot of items in the items chest, hence why there's like 2 rows clear. So I don't know what I lost, which sucks, but you live and you learn, right? All right, let me clear my backpack back out, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I was quickly taking a look through the advanced netherite mod, and I realized there are tools. I originally thought there was only armor, but there are tools and all of that fancy jazz. So I was kind of looking through these. It looks like netherite iron is, pretty decent, um, because you get the chance of additional raw iron while mining ores. I don't know if that stacks on top of like fortune, but that'd be pretty cool to find out, kind of thing. Chance of dropping additional raw gold, emeralds, diamonds. So I mean, if you were definitely wanting to creating, several of these pickaxes might not be the worst idea, right? I think honestly for right now that would be probably a decent tier. But there is like higher attack damage, which I mean, I think these are probably faster. But of course, having efficiency and all of that stuff would definitely make it a lot better. Also, I came back over here for something, and I don't know if I still have it because I accidentally voided stuff. I do because it was in this chest. So we will grab 3 slime balls, some cobblestone, some wood, which is in here, some iron, and some redstone. Okay. So let's see here. So if we go for some pistons. So I am currently working on a villager trading hall. I've been working on this off camera. There's been a few errors, and some villagers have been lost to the cause. Um, Unintentionally, they kind of killed themselves. Not gonna lie, they jumped into a pit and sacrificed themselves to the eternal void. I did not push them. That's all I'm gonna say. They legitimately did not want to be in captivity, so they jumped. That sounds awful, because it is. I had to find new villagers, which was a time-consuming endeavor. How do I make a repeater again? Okay, I was close. Oh, what in the world? Oh, you can make it that way. See, like Lazy Man's crafting. I love it. All right, so let's grab 3 of these. Let's grab a lever. And then we'll need our tank of lava. And I want to grab another bucket, actually, or bucket or 2 here. Not that I don't have a bucket, I just need more buckets. Let's grab the lava tank, then we'll go to sleep, and then I'll be in the village, and I'll show you guys what I've been up to here. Alrighty, so we're here at the village, and yes, this villager is down here. He decided he did not want to be a farmer and jumped in the hole. Oh well, we'll get over it. But we're going to make a death pit here. Basically, this is going to be kind of the overflow. I'm going to be able to flip a lever, which we will probably have an observable room type of thing, somewhere. I'd say, do you mind? I will slam your face into my hammer. No, yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, we'll probably put like a room up here. Have the lever like sitting right there. We're probably gonna have some elevators at a platform that we can get down here quicker. Because this is where the villager hall is gonna be. It's gonna be, branching off. It's gonna be underground just because that'll be easier. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna run some redstone here. So first things first, let's get these pistons going. So we'll need these pistons to most likely be, I would think like under. So like right here, you've got them fully extended with the block. Okay. So the block would be like right here. And then I want the villagers to come in and you're going to get out of my way. So underneath that would actually be the lava. So we're thinking 2 buckets here. Where's my 3rd? It might have been voided. It probably was. Oh well. So we're going to put this here, and this here. Yes, I did just sacrifice that. Okay, no. Actually, it's 1 below, right? So let's go down 1. Okay. I'll take this bucket. Okay. So now we need to run redstone. The problem is this block right here actually is explosive. I don't know how to harvest that block without making it go boom boom. So we're going to try and do a little sneak around to the back of these repeaters. Okay, and I don't think I can just do this, right? Like, I don't think this works properly. Grab my lever up here. No. Okay, that was just a test. So what we'll do is we probably will have to run... I think we can do repeater, repeater, repeater. I don't know why I have 4 of these, by the way. And we can just run the redstone this direction. We will also need since we want these extended by default, we'd probably want this system and then the lever up here. Okay. And since I don't have create redstone toggle stuff yet, we're just going to kind of go for this here. So we'll do this, this, this. And then, oh, are you kidding me? I really hate water in Minecraft sometimes. It's really annoying. I want somebody to make a redstone mod that just prevents this kind of crap from happening. Okay, so we'll go there. Waterloggable redstone. Okay, so that's there. Okay, so I have this all set up. Flick the lever, turns into lava. Flick it off, turns back to floor. Now we just need to figure out how we want to go about getting the villagers into their chambers. Of course, we'll use probably rails and everything, but my biggest issue is actually funneling them into one area. So what I was thinking is maybe, creating some channels type of thing where they're kind of forced to go into this area, but I don't know how well that'll work. So maybe we do something like, where's my cobblestone? Would something like this work? No, because you'll have dead zones. So you would need possibly a water source like here, maybe. But that would create a lot of dead space, or dead zones here. Yeah. So we'll do just the 3 water channels. We'll figure out something later here. I think it should be fine. We just have to figure a good way to channel all of these things, or all these villagers. So, let's see here. So we have them drop. And then, of course, we'll make this higher than this actual ramp so they cannot get in here. So they just immediately fall there. And then we need like some way to transport these villagers. So maybe I set a cart or rail here, try to put a mine cart there. I don't think that'll work though. I basically have to be like I have to be able to get in here. So maybe I should raise this whole thing up. Right? And then that way, this is like a hole. I have no idea what I'm doing. Alrighty, so I have been working on some things here. And let's just say it's been eventful. And it's been quite a while actually getting this stuff to go the way I wanted to. And it's still not quite going the way I wanted to, but we're still working on it. I've got a sugarcane farm placed up here so we can get some emeralds and stuff from the villagers, which are downstairs. So I've kind of just cleared a path. We have the ability to get down here now. And the current situation is I killed off quite a few of the villagers because they were fully grown, and they're a lot harder to transport when they're fully grown. So we have one area kind of waiting for a baby to come out and jump down here. So we're kind of just, working on it. And I think our first bit of business with these villagers is I'm going to place a sign to actually signify what they actually have. so I don't have to search for it type of thing. This guy's actually new, so he doesn't have anything yet. So that's a thing. I'm also gonna like turn passive creatures. Which one is it? That one. Friendly creatures down. So we stop hearing them. Actually, why am I doing that? Village. Okay. There we go. Quiet. Awesome. Okay, so I can actually turn this back up here. Like, everything is just loud. Is my volume just turned way up or something? Anyway. So, I've got some signs here. And we're going to go through here. So, we've got mending. This is actually not my mending villager, by the way. I'm going to probably get rid of this guy. And the reason is because that's like 32. And I believe there's a guy down here with 10 or 12. But what else has he got? Curse of Vanishing. Yeah, this one's not the greatest. But we could actually level him up. And see if he gets any better. So I might not get rid of him yet. But he should change. What do we got here? So we've got Fortune 3, Silk Touch, and Frost Aspect. So we've got... What did I just say? Fortune 3. Silk Touch. Okay. And we'll change these signs as we need to. And then what does this guy change to? Magic Protection? Yeah, he's just all around not good. Mending. Mending. It's kind of hard to type because my microphone is right in front of my keyboard, by the way. Fire Protection, so I'll just do Fire Pro. I think it was 4, right? Yes. What do you got? Vitality and Aqua Infinity. Vitality. I'm going to spell some of this wrong, by the way. Vitality 3, Aqua, Inf. Okay. That was right? He also has Glass Trade, which is good. Affinity, not Infinity. Goodness. Okay, there we go. Blast Protection, so we'll just do Blast Pro 4. So you can see I'm kind of just getting a mixture of enchantments here. And I haven't traded enough with this guy because his is more expensive, because his is a bookshelf trade. So I do also need to keep in mind that some of these are just like stupidly expensive. Some of them are cheap, some of them are expensive. So we might not keep all of these, but you know, that's fine. Protection 4. And what do you got? You are Unbreaking 3. Is that the max tier of Unbreaking? Yes, okay. So we'll do Unbreaking 3. Good. And I haven't traded with him, of course, because his is also an expensive trade. But this isn't too terrible, and we'll be using this one quite a lot. Did I? Let me look at something in a second. Okay, Soulbound. Which is good. If you don't know what Soulbound is, basically after death, that you keep that stuff on you. So we can put that on our tools. So this guy was Aqua Affinity. And this guy was Air Affinity. Ooh, that actually sounds awesome. I didn't even know that was an enchant in here. Okay, we'll mark that one as a good one. So Soulbound and Air Affinity. Awesome. Okay, what can we get with this guy? Let's do this one on camera here. We've got Looting 2, Sharpness 4. I don't actually have any idea what this one is. By the way, there's a few in here that are kind of just weird. Actually, that's the first time I've seen the Holding 1 enchant. And if we look up at Holding, I think there's 4 tiers. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. You can put that on the power cells and flux capacitors and stuff like that, so it holds more. Reach 1, I think, is actually only 1 tier, right? Oh, no, it is 3 tiers. Okay. So I'm kind of just looking around, making sure that everything is good, basically. I don't really know what magic protection is. If I need it in the future, I'll come and grab it, kind of thing. I'll come and find it in the trades. Already got protection for Soul Stealer. Okay, so here's another one. And I'm actually learning a lot about some of these mods that I didn't even know were in the pack, such as Soul Shards here. There is a 5-tier thing, and basically you will get Soul Shards from these things, which you make corrupted ingots. Corrupted ingots make soul cages. Soul cages are then used in tandem with soul shards. Basically, I think the mod is based off an older mod. I think it was actually called Soul Shards back in the day with a space in between, but that's fine. And you basically get soul shards by killing creatures. You kill enough of the creatures and it kind of levels up the soul shard. And this is based off another, rendition of this mod. So I'm not sure if this is that mod. I haven't looked into it. But soul shards basically allow you to be put into a soul cage, and then soul cages basically are like mob spawners. The higher amount of kills you have with the soul shard make this, a better soul cage. But I'm not 100% sure if that's accurate any longer. So I'm looking out and seeing if I can get a higher tier of that. I've only seen tier 2. I think Thorns 3 might not be a bad idea. Except for I really don't know. Okay, so no, tier 4 is what I would want for that. But yeah, I can be picky because I don't have to close out, destroy the thing, close out, destroy the thing, all that. There's also a pick-a-ring, I believe is what it's called. Let's just do a ring. This thing, if you don't know from Cork, that is one of the like icons you can see, by the way. So see at the very last, Nature's Min, there's an elytra, and then there's a pick-a-ring. So if you're looking at this, that's what that tool is, by the way. I believe it can break blocks, and then it basically brings it back to you. But it also can attack mobs and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Except for I have no idea how to obtain it. So that's another thing. No idea. It's an Rs thing. Multi-shot. Yeah, this is basically why I haven't posted a video on Saturday and Sunday, by the way. Is because it has been taking quite a lot to actually get any of these enchants, even if I'm not breaking it, right? Like, this is still a tedious as can be process. Especially because now there's a whole bunch of other enchants. And, yeah, finding good ones is kind of a lot more difficult. I've also been trying to deal with the fact that none of these, none of the villagers actually will get into a minecart. I don't know if that's just due to a different change, from one of the mods, or if it's something else. So that's a thing. Also, Travel Anchors apparently has enchants. I'm probably not going to enchant these. I don't actually have any idea what that does. But I probably won't grab any of these because I can just throw this into an enchantment table and get range. So, not really too worried. Mending, Riptide, Backstabbing. And of course, most of these have a description. Some of them don't, just because they aren't from the Ensorcelation or Vanilla. So, that's a thing. Keep that in mind. Aqua Infinity, Curse of Vanishing. And of course, yes, I know whenever I start trading with these guys, there will be a lot more, things. And yes, I did just grab this because that is a 4-tier holding. Definitely want to grab that right away. And now we kind of just need another baby villager. And actually, here is one just taunting us. Little does he know, he's standing on a block right above a water source. And I can show you how I've been moving these. Rails definitely would be nice, not gonna lie, but we're doing it the old-fashioned way of making it the most tedious way possible. And I'll find a way in the future to make this much better, but I don't think we have like a mob imprisonment tool or anything like that, so I'm kind of out on my own, just waiting for him to grow up and all of that jazz. So, but we will be grabbing, mending, we'll be grabbing all of the good things to make some better armor, especially because we are kind of waiting on. Ow, that was unintentional. We are kind of waiting on the whole just higher tier armor type of situation because I do have like the wireless chargers and stuff, but they aren't really the greatest wireless chargers because they're ranged. Um, yeah. Let's get this guy up here and then right there, take the water out, do that, and then keep this block because he is a baby and he will grow sooner or later. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this. It's going to take quite a while to actually get anywhere. I really need to just get rid of this guy. I think if I really wanted to get rid of him, all I'd need to do here is bada bing, bada boom. Okay. And I'll replace him with another villager because his trades were abysmal. And I'm kind of didn't really look at how many emeralds some of these guys take, because some of them are expensive. But Fortune 3 is not something I'm really going to be using that much, or Silk Touch. So it's kind of an interesting thing, right? So you just got to keep that in mind. I also need to look at like some clerics and stuff. That might not be a terrible idea. Get a rotten flesh farm going up and things like that. So tons and tons of things that I'm going to be doing. I think one of the many things that I'm going to be doing is actually expanding this sugarcane farm. But the problem with this sugarcane farm, and I will say this right away, I don't know if it's an issue with SNAD or what is happening, but I'll show you guys here in a second. So I think I've said previously that the SNAD disappears when you break it. There is no drop table for SNAD, and I can prove it, right? So drop this down. It does say no tool. Hover over a shovel. Doesn't turn green, right? I break this. Disappears. So when I place SNAD down, I have to be extremely careful or go harvest an absolute crap ton of sand so I have the necessary SNAD to make this. Yes, SNAD is cheap, but I don't have an absolute crap ton of sand, so I have to go mine a lot of it. This actually took about 2 hours because of that fact, and every time I misplaced something, I lost the SNAD, right? But I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to, work on the villagers. I'm going to do a few more things. And I'm absolutely sorry for not having a video Saturday. I'm hoping, you guys can understand. This took a lot longer, especially because, there's no mob imprisonment tools. There's not a lot of stuff that I think can actually imprison a villager. Maybe there is, but I don't know about it. So it's kind of like, oh, this is great. I don't know what in the world this stuff is. And there's, tons and tons of mods, right? Like, I'm kind of overwhelmed with how many mods there are in this pack because a lot of them I've never touched, right? Like, that's the biggest thing. And there's so many new things. But also, real quick, I do have to address something because this irritated me and it's still irritating me. There was somebody in my comment section saying, hey, mine colonies has changed. Mine colonies this, mine colonies that. And I shouldn't have removed it because it's not my pack. And I want to address this, right? It's not the fact that I don't like mine colonies. It's the fact that I don't prefer mine colonies. I know there is some awesome stuff to be done with mine colonies, except for I also know how long it takes to get mine colonies up and running. And for a YouTube series and me having a full-time job, mine colonies is not an option. The only way I was able to record this episode and spend so much time on it is because I've been doing it for the past 4 or 5 days, trying to get this one episode up and going. And I can't do that with mine colonies because it will basically be like that every single time I try to record an episode of that. And I get burned out super quickly on mine colonies. So, with that addressed, I understand mine colonies has added stuff. I understand it's updated, and I hope you guys can understand. It's not the fact that I don't like mine colonies. It's the fact that I do not prefer to play mine colonies. On my free time, 100%, I'll mess with mine colonies. but I'm not doing it in this pack. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope, I made this clear. I hope you understand. Thank you guys for watching. Stay awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.